Hello everyone, and welcome to another episode of Manga Theory, the series where I present the most intriguing theories that appear on the web for the most amazing manga series. This week, I'm covering Shachiku to Yuurei, the Overworked and the Undead, and I have 3 theories as to what killed Ghost-chan. All this after the intro. What is Shachiku to Yuurei? Have you ever been in a dark building all by yourself? It's super creepy and terrifying, but oh well, our protagonist, Toru, doesn't have another option. Toru has to stay in his empty office building past closing hours to finish his report. Huh? What was that sound? What? Why did that folder fall all of a sudden? Is there someone else in the building? Did he just see a young girl dressed in white? The reality is, Toru is not alone. A ghost is haunting the empty rooms of the office, and this little spirit is determined to get him. That is the basic premise of the story. Every night, due to some bizarre series of circumstances, Toru is forced to stay all alone in the building, and every night the ghost tries to approach him in different ways. It's kind of like a Japanese version of Five Nights at Freddy's, if the animatronics were moe lollies. Shachiku to Yuurei is a horror/comedy manga featuring, as the title suggests, an overworked Japanese salaryman and the cute and yet unbelievably creepy ghost of a little girl. But what killed this little girl? Don't worry, this video will not contain any spoilers. It's just speculation. So let's speculate on the 3 most likely reasons for Ghost-chan's death. Theory number 1. Karoshi. The ghost girl died due to overwork. This theory does make sense since the whole manga is centered around the concept of this toxic Japanese culture of overworking salarymen. The protagonist is literally suffering from the lack of sleep, poor diet, and long hours of being at the office, so thematically, it would really fit for this girl to be a former employee. Maybe she was worked to death and is now haunting the establishment that caused this horrible fate. Especially in the early chapters, this spirit tries her best to scare Toru away, so maybe she's genuinely trying to save him from a similar fate. Although this is seemingly the perfect explanation, I don't think this is the case, and I will elaborate after I finish with the other 2 theories. Theory number 2. Ghost-chan took her own life. Arguably the darkest of the 3 theories, but there is a real possibility that the reason that Ghost-chan died and is haunting the office halls is because she was a former employee who was driven mad and took her own life within the building. This would explain why she didn't pass on to the next life and why she haunts these halls. Maybe she's regretful, maybe she feels resentment and has lingering negative emotions about this place. Suicide is a major societal issue that the Japanese society is still struggling with after all. And here come my subscribers thirsty for answers. The 3 musketeers of this channel. Lambros, the world of AGP, and the mind of a genius 1. And they're like, so is there any actual proof of this, man? Show us the clues that she did that. Oh, you want proof? There you go. Oh, you don't see anything? Let me zoom in a bit. Do you see it? If you look really closely, you will see a black cord forming a noose around Ghost-chan's neck. The type of cord you would find in an office building behind some appliance or machinery. At first, I thought it was a medallion or a pendant or something. But in the character sheets appearing at the last page of the second chapter, the author confirmed this is in fact a cord. So hanging is a possible cause of death. Another crucial detail that one can find in these character sheets concerns Ghost-chan's appearance. Although the author never discloses how old she is, the description reads, she is manifesting as a little girl. Not she is the spirit of a dead girl. She is manifesting as one, which could imply that this is not how Yuurei-chan looked when she died, but simply the form that her tormented soul decided to take. This means that she could have been an adult woman and a former employee of the office when she lost her life. But it does leave the door open for another possibility. Toru may have known her back when she was still alive. This theory answers so many questions, since otherwise it wouldn't make sense for a little girl to have died in an office building, and could provide an explanation as to why Yuurei-chan chooses to specifically interact with Toru, and not any of the other employees. Theory number 3. We will never learn. Although as a manga theorist, this scenario really saddens me. It is possible that the manga will never give us a concrete answer to this question. The biggest reason why that may be the case is the seriousness of the aforementioned scenarios. How many manga you know have dealt with suicide? Very few. And what about karoshi? The only instance I can think of was in Bakuman, and then it was a reference to someone dying from overwork. It was never depicted on the manga panels. These are two super touchy subjects which could lead to serious backlash for the author. The second reason is that Yuurei-chan cannot speak. She can scream and cry and wail and make many vocalizations, and when it comes to Toru, yeah, he does seem to be able to understand her, at least sometimes. So how could a tragic backstory be conveyed with shrieks and noises? Yuurei-chan can write though, so maybe she could leave a note or give a hint this way? The final reason, and arguably the most compelling argument for the author choosing not to include a backstory in the future, is this: that comedy tab. The manga sure is creepy, and Yuurei-chan does scare me, but there is an equally large focus on Yuurei-chan's comedic interactions and crazy hijinks than her actual condition. This is a horror/comedy manga after all, and it wouldn't be very comedic to have such a depressing plotline appear. As the chapters progress, the two main characters bond more, and especially Toru seems to be less annoyed from her presence, and even expects her scares and pranks. Yuurei-chan slowly turns into a Japanese version of Casper the Friendly Ghost, and when she isn't being scary, she's simply put adorable. The main duo is just so cute. It's almost like the duo from Uzaki-chan. If Uzaki-chan was a dead corpse, that is. So I could see the manga continuing like this, with crazy office adventures and this little ghost being incredibly moe. And that's about it. By adding a darker flashback, the author could mess up this whole vibe the series is going for. I would personally love to see a deeper message emerge from all this. And I mean, the themes are already there, so who knows? So, what did you think of my theories, guys? Have you read Shachiku to Yuurei? And if not, did my video pique your interest? If you like manga theories, then guess what? This series is exactly what you were looking for. I have already made videos on some crazy theories on Vinland Saga, Death Note, and Arte, so check these videos out as well. If you like this video, then hit like and smash the subscriber button. If you have any other cool theories on any other manga and anime series, leave a comment down below. Have an amazing day, guys, and until next time, my fellow cute ghosts.